You're staring at your textbook, heart pounding, the clock screaming at you. It's 2 a.m. and you're drowning in a sea of notes, caffeine, and panic. Why does it feel like everyone else gets it? Gets the grades, the praise, the confidence while you're stuck, spiraling, wondering if you're even smart enough. You're not alone. Every Gen Z student feels this. The weight of expectations, the fear of failing, the chaos of trying to keep up. But what if you could learn deeper, faster, smarter than your classmates, not by grinding harder, but by unlocking a way to study that feels like a cheat code? This isn't about cramming or faking it. It's about rewiring how you think, absorb, and own your learning. Stick with me because by the end of this, you'll have a roadmap to crush it without losing your soul. The myth of the smart kid. You know that kid. The one who raises their hand first, nails every quiz, and makes it look like they were born with a brain wired for straight A's. You've probably thought, they're just smarter than me. They've got something I don't. But here's the truth that nobody tells you. Being smart isn't about raw talent or some magical gift. It's about how you process information. And most of us, we've been taught to do it wrong. Think about it. From the moment you started school, you were told to memorize, regurgitate, repeat, highlight this, underline that, cram until your eyes burn. But that's not learning. It's surviving. Real learning, the kind that sticks, isn't about stuffing facts into your brain like a suitcase you're scared won't close. It's about building a mental framework that makes sense of the chaos. The smart kid isn't memorizing more, they're connecting ideas in a way that feels effortless. And you can too. Here's where it gets real. You're not failing because you're dumb. You're struggling because you're fighting your brain's natural wiring. Your brain craves meaning, not endless lists of dates or formulas. Ever notice how you can binge a TV show and remember every plot twist, but forget the periodic table 5 minutes after studying? That's because stories stick. Facts alone don't. The secret is turning dry information into something your brain can't forget. Let's get personal. You're sitting in your room, staring at a textbook, and your mind's screaming, "Why is this so hard?" You check your phone. Scroll X for 10 seconds, okay? 10 minutes and feel worse. You're not lazy. You're just stuck in a system that set you up to fail. Schools don't teach you how to learn. They just pile on more work. But what if you could flip the script? What if you could learn in a way that feels like solving a puzzle instead of climbing a mountain? The first step is to stop worshiping the smart kid myth. They're not better than you, they're just using a better playbook. And I'm about to hand you that playbook. It starts with understanding that learning isn't about hours spent or pages read. It's about making connections that light up your brain like a fireworks show. Ready to learn how? Let's dive into the first piece of the puzzle. Focus. Hacking your focus. You're ready to study, but your brain's got other plans. 1 minute you're opening your notes, the next you're deep in a TikTok rabbit hole or rearranging your desk for the 3rd time. Sound familiar? Focus isn't just hard, it feels like a war you're losing. But here's the kicker. Focus isn't about willpower or just trying harder. It's about setting up your brain to win before you even start. Let's break it down. Your brain is like a puppy easily distracted, chasing every shiny thing. Scrolling X, notifications pinging, that random song stuck in your head. They're all squirrels your brain can't resist. The problem is, we've been taught to fight distractions with sheer grit, like staring at a wall and forcing yourself to focus. That's a recipe for burnout, not progress. The real trick is to work with your brain, not against it. First, let's talk environment. Your room's a minefield of distractions. That phone, it's not your friend right now. Put it in another roomie's, physically walk it out. Studies show it takes 23 minutes to refocus after a single interruption. Every buzz is a grenade to your productivity. Next, clear your desk. 1 notebook, 1 pen, 1 goal. Clutter screams chaos, and your brain's already got enough of that. Now, let's get to the juicy part. The Pomodoro technique, but with a twist. Set a timer for 25 minutes of deep work, then take a 5-minute break. But here's the hack during that 25 minutes. Make it a game. Tell yourself, I'm racing the clock to understand one concept. Not 10 pages, not the whole chapter, just one idea. This shrinks the task, tricks your brain into starting, and builds momentum. During the break, stand up, stretch, breathe, no screens. Your brain needs oxygen, not another meme. Here's where it gets raw. You're not unfocused because you're broken. You're unfocused because you're human, and modern life is a circus designed to hijack your attention. That voice in your head saying, "I'll never get this," it's lying. You can focus, but you need to stop multitasking and start monotasking. Pick one thing, make it small, and nail it. That's how you build confidence and crush self-doubt. By mastering focus, you're not just studying, you're training your brain to cut through noise like a laser. Ready to take it further? Let's talk about how to make what you learn stick forever. Making knowledge stick. 400 words. You've locked in focus. But here's the brutal truth. Studying doesn't mean learning. You can read a chapter 10 times and still blank on the test. Why? Because your brain's a picky gatekeeper. It only keeps what feels meaningful. To learn deeper and faster, you need to make information stick like a catchy song you can't unhear. First, ditch passive studying. Highlighting feels productive, but it's a trap. Your brain's on autopilot, not engaging. Instead, use active recall. Close the book and quiz yourself. Struggling to remember? Good. That struggle carves deeper neural paths. Try this. After reading a section, write down everything you recall in your own words. Messy? Doesn't matter. You're forcing your brain to process, not parrot. Next, connect the dots. Your brain loves stories and patterns. Turn dry facts into a narrative. Studying history? Imagine you're a detective piecing together why an event happened. Biology? Picture cells as a bustling city with jobs and drama. Sounds silly, but it works. Another hack. Teach it. Explain a concept to a friend, your dog, or even a wall. Teaching forces you to simplify and expose gaps in your understanding. Can't explain it clearly? You don't get it yet. This isn't about looking smart, it's about owning the material. If you're alone, record yourself. Play it back and cringe at the holes. Fix them. Finally, space it out. Cramming is like binge eating before a famine. It doesn't last. Spread your study sessions over days. Review a concept today, tomorrow, then a week later. This spaced repetition tricks your brain into long-term storage. Apps like Anki can help, but a notebook works too. You're not just memorizing, you're building a mental library that's yours forever. That panic before exams? It fades when you know the material's locked in. Ready to level up? Let's explore how to turn learning into a habit that feels as natural as breathing, turning learning into a habit. You've got focus and retention down, but let's be real. Staying consistent feels like herding cats. One day you're motivated, the next you're glued to your bed, scrolling X, avoiding your desk like it's cursed. Building a learning habit isn't about forcing yourself to study, it's about making it so natural you don't even think twice. Start small. Forget marathon study sessions. Commit to 10 minutes a day. Just 10. Pick one topic, one concept, and dive in. Your brain hates big, vague goals. They're overwhelming. But 10 minutes? That's nothing. The trick is, once you start, you'll often keep going. It's like hitting play on your favorite show you meant to watch one episode, but suddenly it's 3 a.m. Momentum is your superpower. Next, anchor your habit. Tie studying to something you already do. Brush your teeth? Study right after. Grab coffee? Open your notes first. This habit stacking makes your brain expect learning like it expects your morning scroll. Pick a cue, stick to it, and watch it become automatic. Now, let's talk rewards. Your brain runs on dopamine hits. After your 10 minutes, treat yourself 5 minutes of music, a snack, or a quick dance break. I used to bribe myself with gummy bears after every chapter. Silly? Maybe. Effective? Absolutely. Here's the raw part. Habits stick when you forgive yourself. Miss a day? Don't spiral into "I'm a failure" mode. That's just your inner critic flexing. Acknowledge it, then get back on track. Consistency isn't perfection, it's showing up more often than not. You're not a robot, you're human, and that's enough. Outsmarting procrastination, 250 words. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's your brain dodging pain. You know the feeling that essays do, but you're cleaning your room or binge watching reels on X. Why? Your brain sees studying as a threat, like a lion in the wild. To learn faster, you've got to outsmart this instinct. First, break the cycle. Big tasks paralyze you, so slice them into tiny pieces. Don't write an essay, start with write one sentence. Sounds dumb, right? But that sentence gets you moving. Action kills fear. Set a timer for 5 minutes and just start. You'll be shocked how often 5 minutes turns into an hour. Next, face the root. Procrastination thrives on dread fear of failing, looking stupid, or not being perfect. Ask yourself, what's the worst that'll happen if I mess up? Usually, it's not as bad as your brain screams. Name the fear, and it loses power. I used to delay math homework, terrified I'd get every answer wrong. Once I admitted that fear, I could start. Finally, use the if-then trick. Plan ahead. If I feel like procrastinating, then I'll do one small task first. It's like a cheat code to bypass your brain's excuses. Pair this with a quick reward like a favorite song. After one paragraph, hand, you're golden. Procrastination's a habit, not your personality. You're not doomed to delay. By outsmarting it, you're reclaiming your time and building unstoppable momentum. Let's keep going. Next, we'll conquer the fear of failure. Conquering fear of failure. Fear of failure is a thief. It's why you freeze before starting, why you second-guess every answer, why you feel like an imposter even when you're trying your hardest. Every Gen Z student knows this gut punch. What if I'm not good enough? But here's the truth. Failure isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. First, reframe it. Failure isn't a dead end, it's feedback. Got a bad grade? It's not, I'm dumb, it's I need a new approach. When I bombed my first biology test, I sulked for days. Then I realized that F showed me exactly what I didn't know. I studied those gaps and aced the next one. Failure points you to progress if you let it. Next, embrace the yet mindset. You're not failing, you're just not succeeding yet. Add that word to your self-talk. I don't get calculus yet. It's a small shift, but it keeps you moving. Your brain needs to know growth is possible, and it is. Science backs this. Neuroplasticity means you can always learn more. Finally, take safe risks. Start small. Answer a question in class, even if you're unsure. Hand in that rough draft. Each tiny leap builds courage. You're not aiming for perfection, you're aiming for progress. That voice saying you'll fail, it's just noise. Prove it wrong by showing up. Conquering fear of failure unlocks your potential. You're not just learning, you're becoming unstoppable. Next, let's build a system to keep you ahead of the game. Building your learning system. 250 words. You've got the tools: focus, retention, habits, and courage. Now, let's tie it all together into a system that makes learning deeper and faster feel like second nature. This isn't about grinding harder, it's about studying smarter with a plan that fits you. Start with a weekly map. Every Sunday, spend 10 minutes planning. List your top 3 priorities. Maybe a test, a project, or a tough chapter. Break each into micro tasks. Read pages 20-25. Quiz myself on formulas. Assign these to specific days, keeping sessions short, 25 minutes max. This keeps overwhelm at bay and gives you clear wins. Next, optimize your flow. Study in the same spot daily. Your brain associates it with focus. Use noise-canceling headphones or lo-fi beats to block distractions. Track progress with a simple checklist. Checking boxes feels stupidly satisfying and keeps you motivated. I used to jot my tasks on a sticky note. Crossing them off felt like winning a game. Adapt to your rhythm. Are you sharp in the morning or a night owl? Schedule your hardest tasks when your brain's at its peak. Protect that time like it's sacred. And don't skip rest. Your brain consolidates learning during sleep. 6 hours minimum, no exceptions. Start small right now. Pick one thing from this video, maybe a 10-minute study session, a quick active recall quiz, or silencing your phone. Do it today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. That first step builds momentum, and momentum builds confidence. You're not chasing grades, you're chasing mastery. the kind that makes you feel unstoppable. This isn't just about school. These skills outsmarting procrastination, conquering fear, building systems are your ticket to owning your future. Every time you show up, you're proving to yourself you're enough. That voice whispering you can't do it, shut it down with action. So, here's your call to action. Commit to one change. Write it in the comments. What's your first step? Share this video with a friend who's struggling too. Subscribe and hit the bell for more ways to crush the chaos of student life. You're not alone in this fight, and you're built for more than you know. Now go out there and own your learning. You've got this.